Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Joyce Taylor again for NHE-611 Educational Assessment, and this is your syllabus overview. To open this page, I went to the left-hand navigation bar and clicked on syllabus, and this page opens. Under the course syllabus overview, you will see your bulleted points. I would ask you to open the course syllabus for you to access, download, and save it. There's the video overview, which you are watching now as I'm creating, well, that I created. There is a syllabus verification quiz. This is a mandatory quiz, which is an agreement between you and me that you read and understand the context of the syllabus. There's also an academic integrity policy and an academic integrity quiz, which is also a mandatory. Now, what does mandatory mean? You don't actually get a grade. It's a complete or incomplete, but your grade will not be released until you complete this. These are two important components of any course. First of all, your syllabus is like your blueprint. It is all things course related in a quick, easy snapshot. I try to do my best to make it pithy and informative. Now, the academic integrity policy, for those of you going into education, this is huge. This is something that you want to be familiar with for yourself and for future courses and any other activities that you will be involved with regarding education. In this particular content page, there's also guidelines for rubrics and the assignments. You can see them at the bottom. And I added an APA academic rating resource. I think you will find this helpful. They're both PDF documents, so you can print on them and open them up. And there's a quick citation guide, and this is all things you wanted to know about academic writing and were afraid to ask. Here's your syllabus and academic integrity quiz. And like I said, I would ask that you take care of them as soon as possible. So what did I do here? I moved up my screen. Okay, here we are. It's a little better. Now, so let's click on our syllabus and get started. Oh, here you go. See what happened to my screen. And here it is. All right, the syllabus is pretty much your basic syllabus for PA College. The course description, you can expect to see concepts of assessment, measurement, evaluation, and testing. We will be reviewing all the components of assessment at the course level, the program level, and institution. We will also be doing some formative and summative evaluation. We'll be looking at problems, issues, and research related to assessments, and we will also be addressing strategies to assess deep learning, higher order thinking, and real-world problem solving. Essentially, all the activities you were learning in curriculum development teaching strategies, we will be focusing on more thorough assessment and evaluation in this particular course. The next part of the information is pretty self-explanatory. So let's move down. Here's my information. Dr. Joyce Taylor, my preferred method of contact is email, although I do provide my mobile number for emergent situations. Feel free to call if you need to. Texting me would get to me faster. However, for questions related to the course, I do ask that if it's not personal, please use the Ask Your Instructor blog, because chances are whatever you have questions about, somebody else in the class does, and it prevents me from making numerous responses. So, our course objectives, which is huge. We always want to know what we could expect to do by the completion of this course. Well, you can expect to identify learning outcomes and competencies to be assessed for a unit, course, or program, apply assessment techniques appropriate for learning outcomes and competencies, describe ethical principles related to assessment, analyze assessment results to improve instructional effectiveness, and finally, you will be creating a systematic programmatic evaluation for continuous improvement, and that will be your final assignment. The textbook is the Susky text, which I will review. I put a pic in there. The Susky text is the 2018 version, hot off the press. This is the ISBN number that you will need. Amazon has it. You can rent it. I like the text. I mean, you might find it useful to buy. It's very inexpensive. I was very happy to see the new price. It's large print. It's interesting, and I think you will really enjoy it. We have additional supplemental material that I provided the PDF for, and you can download it. The PDF is in the syllabus section underneath the textbook, and of course in your modules. You'll see it frequently listed in your modules, so you don't have to go back and forth. Optional reading allows you the opportunity to go beyond the required learning materials. So I want you to know that there will be optional resources. When you're talking about assessment and evaluation, needless to say, there is a ton of information out there, and there's good information. So I included it as optional resources. I have listed the required readings, and then I have a little link to optional readings, and you can do with that as you wish. So let's look how we evaluate our own assignments in this course. First of all, the syllabus quiz and academic quiz is complete and incomplete. The journal entries, there will be 3 journal entries. I'll describe them a little bit more. The first one is an ungraded. The second 2 will be graded. They'll be worth 5% apiece for a total of 10%. You will have a CLO, PLO worksheet. That'll be due week 2, and that's 15%. Your institutional analysis team report or the self-study is worth due week 5, and that's 15%. Your discussion boards, very heavy in this course because there's a lot of information to cover, and this helped me keep your your paper assignments light by being a little heavier with the discussions. So the discussions are worth 35% of your grade, and they will be throughout the entire course. And of course, the final project, you'll be doing a curriculum map essentially, and that is worth 25% of your grade, and that curriculum map will encompass course, program, and institutional assessments. Some general guidelines. You are expected to complete all assignments to receive your grade. All assignments are due by 11:59 on the assigned due date. It is my expectations that you conduct yourselves professionally throughout the duration of this course and adhere to the Pillars of Etiquette. This is a fabulous group, so I don't think I have to tell you much about the Pillars of Etiquette. Weekly discussion postings. These are huge. This is huge. By now, especially going through the Teaching Strategies course, I think you understand the importance of discussion boards. Discussion boards are the lifeline of an online course. When you don't post, all learning stops. Overall, this group is wonderful about posting by Thursday. It gives everybody a chance. We all have crazy schedules. This way, everybody can know when to kind of, pop into the course room and look for stuff. I started going into the course room early during the week to see who posted. I read the discussions. I get very, very excited, and then I start responding to discussions, hopefully by Thursday or Friday. My summer schedule was crazy, so I'm hoping my schedule will be much better, that I can respond when I'm as early as possible. And I hope the same for you. And unless otherwise posted, all discussion boards are due on Thursday night, and all responses to the discussion boards are due by Sunday. I would hope that you respond a little earlier, but I realize life happens. The reflective journals. I talked a little bit about this in the navigation. There's 3 journals. The first one is At First Blush. So, of course, this would be the novice perspective of assessment. This is going to serve as a pre-test assessment to gauge your knowledge of what you actually know about assessment. So please, like I said, let it be unblemished before you have a chance to really start digging in of what you think, know, and feel about assessment. Journal 2 is midway. You're going to discuss your understanding of assessment, how it is changing or how it's not changing yet. Maybe you haven't been affected by midway. That's fine too. Just share your perspectives. And by Journal 3, I sure hope you've changed. You're going to say how you've changed. Reassess. This is considered a post-test. It will gauge your knowledge and how you've changed as a result of this course. And there will be guidelines as to what you're supposed to do for this particular paper. Under the Course and Program Learning Outcomes worksheet, that's the CLO, PLO. This is 15% of your grade, and you'll have the opportunity to practice linking course learning outcomes, learning experiences, and assessment techniques, and then start aligning them and start understanding what a curriculum map is all about. The Institutional Analysis Team Report, this is pretty cool, 15% of your grade, and you will serve as a visiting team member of the Middle States Commission. You will look at a self-study, you will look at the team analysis, and you will do a critique of that analysis. Now, of course, we're only looking at standards 7 and 14 from the Middle States, so you won't have to do the whole entire analysis like a self-study is. And of course, finally, you'll be doing a full institution program course assessment project where you will have a comprehensive detailed curriculum map, and it is not as bad as it sounds. Um, I'm going to ask you to please not jump ahead. Follow the assignment each week, and by the end of the course, you will be prepared to complete your assessment plan. So you will be way too confused if you try to understand what that week 7 assignment's about. I will be giving you information and posting informative videos on what you can do and what you could expect and how to complete this particular assignment. Of course, moving forward is the college policies, which I don't think I have to tell you about. Attendance, of course, this is not face-to-face, but we are expecting you to check into the course by Tuesday of week 1, no later than 11:59 p.m. For all modules, the week starts at Monday and ends on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Course room presence is nice. I don't expect you to be in there every day, but it's nice for your cohorts to hear from you and for you to hear from them. That's the way we bond online, and it's, the more we bond. I welcome whatever you folks want to do too. If you want a cafe blog, you let me know. Helping each other is always welcomed. Of course, late assignments, 5% reduction for every day late unless other arrangements have been made. I understand life happens. Please just let me know. Academic dishonesty and plagiarism. We talked about academic integrity. This is huge. Please read that policy. People have gotten thrown out of programs for plagiarism, and sometimes not unknown. With the information that we can lift from the web and stuff, please be careful. Special accommodations. So let's move down to the educational our topic outline. The topic outline is pretty clear cut. I like to print this out and scribble all over it and yellow things out as it gets done. I try to put things as clear cut as possible to make it easy, that you're not going all over the place crazy looking for information. Your modules are jam-packed with information, so there's no need for me to repeat that stuff here. But then you can start checking off what you're doing each week. Other than that, that's about wraps it up for the syllabus. I hope you enjoyed this brief overview, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the course room.